following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to our man Dave in Clearwater. Hey, Dave, Happy New Year. What's happening, man?
Happy New Year to you, my brother. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great, man. How you been?
I am doing well, man. I'm doing well. Can I throw a quote out at you?
Sure.
In the market, somebody knows something. Someone always knows something. That statement was made by a great trader by the name of Tom O'Brien about 6-7 years ago.
Oh, yeah?
And it kind of hit me like a brick. You're right. Somebody always knows something.
Hey, Carlos, what's going on, brother?
I'm calling you back, Tom. This morning I had the pleasure to talk to you and your son, and I don't want to miss the opportunity to talk to you again.
Well, I think you made some money on this bond.
Oh, yes, Tom. Your newsletter helped me.
That's a beautiful thing. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. It's a TGIF, folks. Let's make it a great one. Yesterday's gone. Tomorrow's not here. What are you doing right now? Market-wise, let's take a look at it. We have the Dow Industrials up 46. NASDAQ is up 20. S&Ps are up 4.5. All-time highs. Looks like they're going to close at all-time highs. Gold contract up $7.80, trading at $13.04 an ounce. Gold went from $12.92 this morning, $13.04. Busted through some resistance. What that's all about, folks, is that CPI came out. Bottom line, inflation versus deflation. Deflation is still winning out here. Silver up 11 cents, $17.38. Same type of setup. Silver actually had busted through that resistance point yesterday. Silver looks like it wants to range about the $19 mark. And when you talk inflation or talk deflation, what that comes down to is how many more times is the Fed going to go up? Right now, Federal Reserve next meeting is November. After that, December. The Fed is still expected to go up in December. What the market's looking at, though, will they go up 3 times in 2018? You have the copper market trading up a penny, $3.13 a pound. Light sweet crude up 80 cents, $51.40. The oil market, we'll go over that, but it doesn't look to me like the oil market's going to hold up at these levels. Notes and bonds, different ball game. 10-year note up 10 ticks, 125.22. 30-year bond up 27 ticks, 153.30. And if we go over and we take a look at these, what you're going to see is this. You talk about it, just this is the ever-ready bunny in a big way. So you've done 1.3 million contracts. You've gone from a price point. We hit a low last week of 124.22. Your ABC structure on the way down was a point lower than that. Bottom line, rejected lower price, and we built cause for 3 or 4 days. What we did here today is we got back inside the B point with an expansion of volume. So it negates the complex ABC down because we got the expansion of volume. What's going to be intriguing here is that, so 125.22 we're at. Next step up is 126.04. But what this put game in once again was the last high that was established out here on the 8th of September, which is the 127.28 area. We go take a look at the 30-year. 30-year is set up the exact same way. 30-year out here, trading at a price point of 150. Not 1 second. How did I do that? Whoops. There we go. Sorry about that. We're trading at a price point of 153.29 on the 30-year. Huge move today. Huge move. The volume right behind the volume, too. Right now, you've done 272,000 contracts. Bottom line, you're inside the 153.16. That's the number you had to get inside. Next step up for the 30-year would be trading out here at 150. 504. And what is game once again is the 158.09. If we put this on a continuous contract and take a look at bonds, what you're going to see is that once again, bonds did not get to a lower swing point, which is just amazing, actually. Bonds haven't broke a major swing point, and they haven't broke a major swing point since 2000, folks. That's what's absolutely amazing. Last time they broke a major swing point was January of 2000. This particular time, we got close. The major swing point would have been 148.04. We got down to 151.07. You know, so in the context of it, was game again of these all-time highs of 177. You know, last time up, we made it to 159.16. So 159.16 would be first. But bottom line, all-time highs again once again. King dollar. Let's go take a look at King dollar, because in King dollar is going to be intriguing as to, number one, is it a small ABC down inside a larger ABC down? So what we have is this. King dollar couldn't hold the price of August 16th. That level there is 93.840. It failed, and it failed as soon as it got there, which is pretty amazing, actually. Comes down, had some light volume on the way down. It's building cars right now. You had an expansion of volume out here today as you got to lower price. That's a problem. Why? Because when we actually take a look at King dollar, we put King dollar on a continuous contract, what you're going to see on a longer term basis, it looks like King dollar didn't even bounce. I mean, this is a vicious market. King dollar was 103 January 3rd, the week of January 3rd, went straight down to 91. You did a bounce up to 94, 100. Now we're going to make our way back down into this 890 area, 90.90. And if you break that with volume, guess what? 88 is coming at us. That's going to be fast. That's going to be furious. And that's going to be pretty intense. Some of the higher volume stocks out here, what you had out here today. Oh, one stock that is absolutely getting hammered is PG&E. So PG&E, folks, is the electric company, PG&E Corporation in California. And what you have is this. That was trading at $69 2 days ago. It's at $57 right now. And what that's all about is the wildfires that are in California. They're going to face months of scrutiny as investigators look into the play of the downed power lines, because there were so many fires so fast. This isn't the equity's first get-go with equipment that wasn't sufficient to handle bad weather. You know, and in this particular case, they're talking about winds, because what you do have is that they have a case going back, let's see, on another fire quite a while ago, and it's still going on. You know, so the bottom line is that they just took billions off that market cap in a second. We go take a look at Google. Google trading at all-time highs out here. You get Netflix at all-time highs. Google is trading $9.91. Netflix, NFLX. Netflix also out here trading at $199. Had hit 200 today. You stay right there, folks. Coming right back.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Until recently, it was almost impossible for the average investor to hedge against currency risk in Europe or Japan. For a bold trade on Europe or Japan that protects against moves in currency, trade HEGE or HEGJ, 2 times currency hedged leveraged ETFs from Direction Investments. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. 877-927-6648. Let's go over and take a look at, we had a couple more banks come out with numbers out here today. Wells Fargo came out with numbers, folks. Bottom line, market took Wells Fargo south. That's down $1.70. Monster volume also. That's going to lower price. Bank of America come out with numbers. The intriguing thing, we're still at highs and the banks are getting smoked. Well, actually, Bank of America rejected lower price, but so Bank of America is up 48 cents. You went down to $25.12. And if we take a look at this and we put this on a weekly, yeah, it's going to be over the range. So the range is 25.80. You're at 25.93. Citigroup, bottom line yesterday, that came out with numbers. That's just not handling it well. Citigroup on a weekly basis, this is going to be monster volume coming off the high. We made a high last week with 74 million shares. You have come down this week with 112 million shares. Facebook, let's go to Google, all-time high. Facebook is trying to get to an all-time high. Facebook right now, the all-time high is 175.49. We hit 174.65 today. NVIDIA, NVDA. We take a look at NVIDIA. NVIDIA, it looks like it's going to close at an all-time high. We're going to close, it's at 194.31. And bottom line, that's going to be an all-time high up there. Let's see. Yeah, that's basically an all-time high. The SMHs, we go take a look at the SMHs in general. And they're not backing off either. They've been crawling, okay? Meaning, and when I say crawling, they've been crawling since October 3rd. And specifically what that means is that little by little, October 3rd, they were 93.87, and it looks like they were going up about a point every day. But guess what? They've been going up. Amazon, AMZN. What do we have with Amazon out here? There we go. Amazon is trading at a price point of 1,003. That's up 282. Now, it's surprising that Amazon can't get a little more juice. The rest of these have got up into their highs. Amazon is kind of laying here at this level. And there's no doubt that and let me bring this back a bit, because Amazon, you're right at where, let's see, 1,000. So Amazon is actually still a complex ABC down. That's how this is straightening it out. So Amazon is going to be something to keep your eye on big time. It's coming into the downdraft off its high on the 28th of July. Well, that's when we came down with the 7.7 million shares. We made the high with 10.9 million shares. That being said, it can test the lows of that high. Netflix, whole different animal. NFLX, Netflix, bottom line, at all-time highs out here. We put this on a weekly basis. And, yeah, I mean, it got up and over its downdraft that had been created in July. That's where Netflix went from 191 to 160. Right now, you're at 199.35. And it's going to get intriguing with Netflix, folks. Goldman Sachs upgraded it today. Netflix comes out with its numbers at 4 o'clock, 4:05 on Monday afternoon. We go over to Apple. Apple can't get any traction. Apple right now is trading 156.85, and just a little bit ago, you have Qualcomm is seeking a ban on selling Apple phones. Qualcomm filed lawsuits in China seeking to ban the sale and manufacture of iPhones in the country. The chip maker's biggest shot at Apple in the sprawling and bitter legal fight that they're in right now. The San Diego-based company aims to inflict pain on Apple in the world's largest market for smartphones and cut off production in a country where most of the iPhones are made. The product provides almost 2/3 of Apple's revenue. Qualcomm filed the suits in Beijing, in a Beijing intellectual property court, claiming patent infringement and seeking injunctive release, according to Christine Trimble, a company spokesman. Apple employs technologies invented by Qualcomm without paying for them. Hasn't affected the stock. Let's go over and take a look at Qualcomm. Well, when I say hasn't affected it, meaning today. Qualcomm, we take a look at Qualcomm. Qualcomm's trading at 52.81, and they're going to repeal it, but they came up with a big penalty yesterday in Taiwan, I believe, for monopoly power. Let's see. Where is that monopoly power? There she is. Yeah, monopoly regulator fines Qualcomm $770 million. So that was a decent hit that they got yesterday, and we'll see whether that actually is going to stick. Qualcomm was fined $770 million by Taiwan's anti-monopoly regulator, adding to the global assault on the San Diego company. The fine comes after South Korean anti-monopoly regulator issued a $975 million after. In addition, China's anti-monopoly regulator ordered Qualcomm to pay $975 million in 2015, but China's National Development and Reform Commission left intact Qualcomm's long-standing business of charging patent royalties for its cellular technology. Bottom line is that this thing's going to be going on for quite a while, I expect. That is their business model, patent technologies, and they developed this a long time ago. Let me just see this for a second. I'm just curious. And that's where they make a huge amount of money. Yeah, they have a huge amount of employees, though. They employ 30,000 employees, and Qualcomm right now takes in $23 billion. It's been pretty steady, though, over the years. CDMA Technologies take in 15 of that. That's what it probably is. Technology licensing takes 7.7 billion. So the licensing part of it, I suspect, is a fairly large deal. If we go up and we take a look at the XAU, the HUI inside the gold and silver market, the equities also caught a bid. They're getting inside the range that they had to get inside. The XAU out here trading today up $8.80. Nice move. You have we're inside your downdraft out here. That was 1 second, sorry. That's gold. Okay, we take a look at the XAU. You're trading 87.24, and 86.51 was the number you had to get inside. So we're inside that number. You can expect to build a little more cars. XAU looks like it wants to run up to 93.39, and we're dealing now, folks, at the swing highs from September 7th. We go over to the Gold Bugs Index. We take a look at the Gold Bugs Index. Gold Bugs Index right now, 202. And the number that we had to get inside, yeah, sweet. 201.78 was the number we had to get inside. They're both inside it. They want higher price. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back with our technology expert at TFNN, our man, Mr. Dave White. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Coming right back, folks.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now are up 45. You get the NASDAQ up 18. S&Ps are up 4.5. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Dave White, as we do each and every Friday at 3:30. Now, don't forget, folks, Dave has a great program right here at TFNN. Every trading day, 2 to 3 Eastern Standard Time, and no matter where you are in the world, remember you always can get it right on your cell phone. You go to TFNN.com, you hit Tiger TV, you're going to get some great HD quality video as well as audio. Dave also has a couple good newsletters. You can test drive them the way you do it. Go to TFNN. You get the Path of Least Resistance, which is the daily newsletter. You'd hit at newsletters, you'd hit trading newsletters. If you for the path of least resistance. You want an investment newsletter, you hit the Tech Insider. Dave White, what's going on?
Well, I heard you just talking about Netflix earnings on Monday after the bell.
I know.
I talked a little bit about my show, and the one thing that always kind of bothered me about Netflix is there's not a real barrier to entry in it. And what we found out over the last about 8 days is Jeffrey Katzenberg, who was the big deal behind Disney in the 80s and early 90s, opened up his own movie studio with Spielberg. After that, is going to try to raise $2 billion for his new video startup that go after Netflix. And after watching 9 different upgrades this week, I'm wondering if my thought on no barriers affects Netflix, or if they've got the incumbent position taken care of and they could really keep everybody else out. I mean, to me, HBO could go 100% to streaming tomorrow and not be that much different than Netflix.
Except they're a lot more expensive.
HBO?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, what would it do to them if they didn't have to share all that with the cable operators? Would they be in the same level with Netflix?
No, because they'd have to. We could do the same thing.
Right.
You know, it's the streaming aspect can be done because you don't even have to own the service to do the streaming aspect. I think what Netflix got, they were the first there, right? They're still wicked. They're still wicked inexpensive. You know, the bottom line is that $10 is $10. You can't get anything this day for $10. You know, and they're growing by leaps and bounds. So,
in the past, they just announced that they will up their fees. In the past, they've lost subscribers every time they've raised their prices. So people are kind of wondering whether the dollar will get people off the fence or the people, heavy users don't care. So there's a little bit of pushback in the past, and it seems to go away after about 6 or 9 months. But they have had and lost those subscribers before, at least in the United States, when they've raised prices. But they've kind of changed from just offering movies that other people make to their own specific.
No doubt. So content. Check this out. This is pretty intense. I mean, we'd all love a business like this. I mean, I know what you're saying to get a $200 stock, but watch this. In 2013, right, they took in $4.4 billion. They took in $11.5 billion this year, and they're going to do $14.3 next year. That's intense, man.
That's mostly
and they're growing. They're growing by 22%. And the United States on a 3-year, overseas they're growing at 65%. So
I think when you look at that, from what I've seen, they may be fudging the numbers in the United States and making it up with overseas, because that's really where their big growth has been over the last year. The numbers that I've seen haven't shown that much strength here in the United States. It's been good, but I think that the big thing is they went into 17 different countries at the start of the year. And, of course, it's always easy when there's no competition over there, too.
No, I'm with you. I think what we have is this. Where I would say that this whole business is at a tipping point. And so what I mean by that is this. Everyone is getting used to the aspect that you can hit a computer or you can hit a phone and get your content. You know how many times even before you come on, remember you can get Dave right on your cell phone, TFNN.com.
Right, on demand.
That's what's happening with us. That, as a society, I think, that's a good thing for Netflix.
That brings me back to how many of these people that are on cable now, where you can go to they kind of make it like a big deal and charge you to watch when you want to watch, when streaming is always that way on demand. So
I know.
I guess there's two things. They've been easy because they really haven't had any big competition except Amazon so far. But I'm wondering how many of these other folks, if you're looking at a $200 stock price, what's the market cap for Facebook right now? At $200.
Yeah, you're paying. So picture this: you're paying $167 for $1 of earnings on Netflix, and you're paying. Oh man, this is sick. This can't be right. I don't know. It looks like
it's probably right. I looked at it a month ago.
Yeah, and you're paying $32 for $1 in Facebook. I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah, so I'm wondering just, if it maybe Netflix maybe still goes up, but I'm wondering if you wouldn't be better off with something like an HBO or something new, like one of these things as an IPO where they're going to raise $2 billion to basically go up against Netflix at the kind of fairly lofty levels that Netflix is at. You're basically baking in a lot of growth in the future. So it always, in any kind of new business, you don't know because, of course, you've never been down this road before. But it just kind of looks to me like this is the first really big raising of cash to go against them, other than incumbents already, people like HBO or Amazon.
Yeah,
but
and
also,
Hulu got some big traffic. They made it. They definitely made it. And that was
really
all
kind of backed by the traditional broadcasters for the most part.
Right.
So you've got all those factions coming up. My question was, you got Amazon, who can basically let Prime be a loss leader for them. And it kind of is, since your premiums are put into Amazon Prime,
Sure.
You don't pay anything else. So the question is, can hold that kind of thing over the next few years? Because at that price it's at, you really are betting that this thing is that way for the next 5 or 10 years.
Yeah, I think they can. And the reason, and a lot of it has to do with they have so much content. They're making so much content. I'm just personally, if I look at myself, I'm ready to cut the cord. I pay $250 on just my house, but yet I'm always on Amazon or Netflix. Well,
yeah,
Amazon costs me $79 a year, right? But I get, and Netflix is costing me, I think I'm at $10.15, even with the dollar up. It's like, okay. And more than likely, there's plenty of other people that are saying, I'm going to cut it, but if we cut it, you're going to spend $10 on Netflix. So we'll see. I mean, it's going to be, it's the world we're in now. There's no doubt, man. It's a streaming world, and thank God it is.
We're going to talk about that after the break.
You stay right there, folks. Dave and I are coming right back. You have the Dow Industrials right now up 41. Nasdaq's up 17. S&Ps are up 3.5. You can come over and test drive Dave's newsletters, 2 great newsletters. Go to TFNN, go to newsletters. You can test drive either the Path of Least Resistance or the Tech Insider. Come right back, folks.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com.
Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund is currently offering 4-year first mortgages on many of the fully renovated properties that it has purchased. The first mortgages are third-party appraised with a maximum loan-to-value ratio of 70%, providing a secured investment that pays a fixed return of 5% annually, which works out to a monthly income of more than $416 per $100,000 investment with your principal intact and secured. These 4-year first mortgages are perfect for anyone looking for a secured investment that provides monthly income much like a CD. For more information, email tigerfund@tfnn.com or click on the Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund banner along the right side of the tfnn.com homepage, or call our office directly at 877-518-9190. There's a limited supply, so act now. The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN, and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Talking with our man, Mr. Dave White. We are talking technology, and we have the Dow up 38, NASDAQ up 15, S&P's up 2.5. So, streaming.
Yep, Microsoft and Facebook finished laying all the cable for a giant subsea cable that goes over to Spain. The cable is capable of transmitting 160 terabytes. That's about 71 million high-definition videos at the same time, 16 million times faster than the average home internet connection. And it'll be operational in the first quarter of 2018. But this is kind of a theme with all these big companies. They don't want to be able to be beholden to any other internet backbone companies anymore. Right. Because, of course, those guys were always getting stepped on for their content and always squabbles between various vendors on, the exchange fees for internet. So they've got this. Now, the only thing that kind of makes me cringe a little bit is where this cable pops right out on. And this is hooked right out to the little part of Spain that wants to leave, Catalonia.
Perfect. So is this a joint venture between them, or is this two separate cables, Dave?
It's actually three companies. The actual company that lays the cable, and Microsoft and Facebook. So they'll share the expense of this cable forever. They'll be able to sell additional capability off of it to others. But the whole idea is that these guys don't want to be able to see a Comcast hold them up, or a Level 3, or any of the other folks that actually have these big backbones. And that has been a problem. It's always, if you paid us a little more, maybe you wouldn't have the same problems, kind of thing. Right. It's not outright extortion, but kind of
close.
Edges on that. But sure. I did find it was kind of interesting. And of course, the downside is that they're in the one part of Spain that wants to leave Spain. But I guess they could always move that somewhere else if they needed to, 90% of the cable. But
but it's like the Catalonia. They're going to end up out of Spain anyway. But they've always been powerful anyway. Do you know what I mean? It's like that's Barcelona, man. I mean, the bottom line is that guess what? They've only been a republic for 40 years anyway. I mean, it's not like it's been a long time. So
in the history of technology, actually laying cable, the first one that got laid was right before and after the Civil War. It took the guy. He was kind of a cross between Tesla and Elon Musk and Steve Jobs. It took him 20 years to get the cable laid between New York, I think it was New York or Newfoundland, and England. And that was one of the biggest first huge technology things in the world. Of course, it took 3 weeks or 2 weeks to get a message across before, and literally you could have a message over in 2 minutes after that. that was kind of the first big technology. So cable continues to be it. And even with satellites, you've got to go up 25,000 miles and you got to go down 25,000 miles. And that's at the speed of light, but that's still a quarter of a second or so. And that's too fast for internet use. So you really have to use landline cables for almost all that kind of stuff.
Pretty wild, man. So what else going on in the technology world?
Well, we're starting to get numbers from electric vehicles, basically battery-powered cars for the most part, although Toyota's got some stuff. So we're starting to see these numbers come out. Of course, everybody knows about Tesla. But this is the first year where we're going to start seeing about 30 new cars come on the market. Most of the CAFE standards for gasoline-powered cars said that these manufacturers have to manufacture at least so many electric cars, even if no one wants them. So we're just starting to see that in the Chevy Bolt, but they're actually getting fairly decent sales numbers if you want to compare it, and they're not that far behind what Tesla has. But what I guess the biggest thing is, like I said, the barriers to entry. There's going to be a ton of electric cars in the next 18 months. 30 in the next 12 months, and probably another 6 in the following 6 months behind it, so that these companies can compete. One of the interesting things about the Bolt is the price is low enough that in most states that add subsidies, you might get as much as $8,000 to $10,000 off the price of one of these things.
Well, it's intriguing that I never realized that there's 100 electric car companies in China. I mean,
yes.
To me, China's going to be the move. They have their Congress Wednesday. Bottom line, they're going to get rid of pollution as much as they can. They're mandating in cities. And that article this week is that they already have 100 electric car companies. They drive the market, man. They're driving the market for aluminum, for nickel, for lead, right? So it's like it's on, man. It's on, no doubt.
In India, the biggest car company, uses compressed air. These things just go around, put, 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 put. They don't go very fast, and the traffic's always there. So they sell these things for like $3,500.
Okay, cool.
So that depending on how fast, in bigger places like China with real roads and stuff like that. But when you're in a city with 15 million people like India,
right,
you're not going much more than a mile anyway. So a lot of these alternate energy style cars are doing well. I thought the biggest thing would be that the sheer amount of different models that are going to hit over the next year is going to mean that we're probably going to see fairly significant discounts on them. And a lot of these, about half of them are going to be very inexpensive. California had subsidies, and they kind of all got into a brouhaha why they were offering subsidies on $100,000 Teslas. So they dropped it down to like $45,000. That's, I think, one of the bigger reasons that you're probably going to see some of these other ones actually come up is that they fit under those subsidy levels that a lot of states actually have. So Tesla's had, and still probably will make money. It's going to be probably more like Apple, with 10 or 12% of the business, but making almost all the money in smartphones. Kind of the same thing. You're going to have at least the lion's share of the expensive cars with Tesla over the next year, but there's going to be a lot of cheap, almost Android-like cars, electric cars, come out over this time frame.
Well, there's no doubt. I know what you're saying. You gotta. So picture, folks. Tesla has a $59 billion market cap, and its gross revenue is only $11.9 billion. that's almost unheard of. It was amazing, Dave. Last week when they come up with 20% of the cars they were supposed to come up with, the stock still didn't go down. It's like, oh my God.
Well, it went down all through that, right? And as soon as they announced it, it ran. So it's when you get a stock that's perpetually 20 or 30% short, it seems like you always want to, if you're short, you want to cover right before the news comes out.
Yeah,
so
no doubt.
That's not.
Yeah, it's still running. That's right. It's still running a 20% shot. That's one out of every 5 shares, folks. No doubt. Pretty intense. Stay right there, folks. Dave and I are coming right back. We have the Dow Industrials right now up 34. NASDAQ is up 13. S&Ps are up 2. The Bears are trying to get this S&P flat. Watch out, folks. Let that red paint, mate, come out. Be a miracle. Coming right back, folks.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now up 36, NASDAQ up 12, S&P's up 2.5. We're talking with our man, Mr. Dave White. So, next few weeks, Dave, we're going to have a lot of numbers coming out here.
Certainly do. I guess we start with Monday with Netflix.
Yeah.
I'm just, after looking at the last couple of days with the financials, this seems like these things have really run up into these, and if they're priced for perfection, probably going to get the same kind of results that we got with the financials. At least that's the way I'm kind of looking at it. These things, if they aren't just perfect, they're gonna kind of come off.
So check this out. I mean, I'm a bear. There's no doubt. But the way I'm looking at this, I'm saying to myself, you know what? It's almost that the technology sector has taken over the whole market, and it's pretty incredible.
It's certainly very narrow.
It's hard to absolutely understand, folks, that when you have, the mantra would be, listen, if the banks aren't making money, guess what? The rest of the business is going to go south because it's so intricate as the large companies. And, they hammered a few of these banks. So we can really go back to like 2000. It's like, and this is almost a feeling. It's like, wow, man, it doesn't matter because, people have been, every person that's bought this dip for so long have made money. That's the other side of it. So it's like, okay, there's only going to be 4 companies left: Facebook, Google, we have put Microsoft in there, Amazon. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay,
Amazon buys them all eventually.
Well, did you see Amazon? So check this out just now, folks. Amazon, it just came out as we were talking, David, come across. Amazon, they've been making sportswear, and one of the, and they're going to get into the sportswear business. And the kicker on this, folks, one of the clients that they're using to manufacture it is the same client that Nike uses, Lululemon. You're talking about high-end sportswear. So hammering's coming, baby. Dave, thanks so much. You have a great weekend, safe weekend. Of course, we look forward to the show next Monday.
Have a
Always
great weekend,
folks. Whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on, folks, and whatever you want, right, folks. Visualize it, step into it, take ownership of it, and fly with it. Have a great weekend, safe weekend. We'll be speaking right back here Monday morning, 9 o'clock.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com.